subscribe and press this bell icon to never miss another lecture video. Hi, welcome to GATE ESE lecture. Here we are in lecture number 6 of signal system, and this is the first module of signal system, that is a continuous time signal. And in this fifth video lecture of mathematical operation, I'm going to discuss with you a couple of types of questions that might ask in GATE or engineering service exams. It's a very beautiful types that I have discovered for you, and you just need to go through it. I'm not going to solve each and every question. I'm just going to give you a couple of hints to solve these questions. So let's start with the first example. So you might be asked ki what will be the equation. So it's just a note point. You can remember it as a note. Okay, it's not a question, this is just remember it as a note. So what will be the equation for this graph? Okay, so you're going to have these three options. Okay, let me put another option, none. Okay, so from these three options, which option will be the correct option for this graph? So look here, this cannot be the graph, this will be the option. This is the right answer. I want you to pause this video and to solve this question. Okay, I'll tell you the answer. The answer to this question is this 2. Okay, so the equation for this pulse will be this 2. If you do u of b minus t, you can do here. U of b minus t means what? U of b minus t means that means u of minus t plus b. So you need to do the time shifting first. So in order to make u of t to u of minus t plus b, you need to do first a time shifting, that is u of t plus b. Then you need to do the time reversal, u of minus t plus b. So if you do u of t plus b, u of t is the like this, and u of t plus b will be like this, minus b. And next is the time reversal, that means it will look like something like this. Yes or no? I'm sorry, plus b. And it is saying into u of t minus a, and it is saying in the question a is less than b. So obviously u of t minus a will look like this, something like this. And if you multiply these two, so if you multiply these two, it will be this much. Look here, I'm sorry, it will be this much only, no, it will be this much. इतना ही portion आएगा. So it will be this much, this value into this value. So this will give this value. Whatever value is lying here, that will be multiplied with a 0. Whatever the value lies here, that will be multiplied with 0. So these two will give 0. And from these two multiplication only, you will get this pulse. And similarly, if you do this, you're going to solve this, you will going to get this pulse only. So the answer to this question will be both this equation. I want you to solve this question by your own. All of these things will be given down in the description. Now let's go through all the example, and after that you're going to solve by your own. My dear friend, whatever the example that I'm giving you now, it is more than sufficient. Okay, additional to this, you can solve previous year questions, but even if you don't solve the previous year question, you can solve any kind of GATE and engineering service question once you go through all kind of example that I'm going to give you. तो बोलने का मतलब ये है, once you are referring to my lecture videos, you no need to solve anything. So you only need to revise all these lecture videos before exam. उतना ही काफ़ी है, ठीक है. Now let's get to the second kind of example that might ask. So it is saying write the equation for f of t in terms of xt and yt. So f of t का equation लिखना है. What will be the equation of this f of t in terms of xt and yt? It's a very easy question. Look here, f of t का pulse is lies between -1/2 and 1/2. But these two sawtooth pulses, अगर ये दोनों sawtooth pulses को मैंने add कर दिया, it will going to give me, if I'm adding these two, it will give me like this kind of pulse. like approximately like ऐसा होगा. So I can take it as a rectangular pulse. सिग्नल में ऐसा लिया जाता है. दो sawtooth wave का addition will be a rectangular pulse. मैंने आपको बताया था I think लास्ट वाले वीडियो लेक्चर में. So it will be looks like this. but question is asking minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2. So what you are going to do, you just need to shift this towards this side, and you need to shift this towards this side. So the answer will be this much. I'm sorry, y of t plus 0.5. Okay, you need to solve this question by your own. The answer, this slides will be given down in the description. Now again, another kind of question can be asked, that is 4 into triangular function of t, like 4 into triangular function. Okay, so what would be the 1 by 2's value? Okay, triangular function, I always prefer this formula, this formula, this formula, this formula. I have discussed with you the standard equation. Now if he is saying what is 4 into triangular of t, now here a, instead of a, what is the value of a here? Sir, a is 1 here, a is 1 here. A is 1 here means 0 to a, 0 to 1 के बीच का value हम लोग लेंगे. So value will be 4 into triangular of 1 by 2. That means I'm going to put the equation of triangular function, that is 4 into 1 minus 1 by 2 by 1. So in place of a, I'm putting 1. Okay, now if you do calculate it, it will give you 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 4, it will give you 2. So answer will be 2. X of 1 by 2 is 2. Simple. Now moving on to the next kind of example. It is a very interesting example. Look here, if you do the integration, look here, del of t plus 3 का integration from minus 1 to t minus 2 into del 3. So ये whole integration है. Okay, whole integration है. So if you want to calculate the answer to this question, so you need to go like this, del of t plus 3. Let's do the individual there will be a very interesting result will come out. Look here carefully. ठीक है, most of the student like जल्दी में गलती करते हैं यहाँ पे. देखो -1 से 8. So let's take the individual integration. Okay, now I'm sorry, 8. Now look here, very careful. Del of t plus 3. If you draw the graph of del of t plus 3, so del function का del of t का ऐसा वाला ग्राफ होता है. तो डेल ऑफ टी प्लस 3 का ग्राफ कैसा होगा? सर डेल ऑफ टी प्लस 3 का ग्राफ सर ऐसा होगा, -3 में डेल ऑफ टी प्लस 3 सर ये होगा ग्राफ सर. हाँ, ये होगा ग्राफ. सो लुक हियर, आई नीड टू calculate the integration of del of t plus 3 in the interval of -1 to 8. So -1 starts from here, -1 to 3. So I need to calculate the integration in this interval, but my graph is out from this interval. So that means the value will be 0. Got this idea? I need to calculate the, so you got this idea I think. Integration हमें इस interval में लेना है, but limit is given from -1 to 8. So integration में -1 to 8, I'm sorry, -1 to 8 के इंटरवल में लेना है, पर मेरा फंक्शन इन इंटरवल के बाहर है. Got this? My function is out from this interval, so the integration will be 0. Now you need to calculate only this integration. So we know del of at, we know the ये ना formula del of at, property of delta function. We'll get into detail analysis, detail properties of del function, but ये scaling वाला एक हम लोगों ने formula देखा था 1 by a into del of t. So del of 4t will be 1 by 4 into del of t into dt. करेक्ट. सो -1 by 8 को -1, आई एम सॉरी, -1 by 8 को -1 by 8 रहा, और ये 2 को 2 यहाँ पे रहा, और माइनस को माइनस यहाँ पे रहा. गॉट इट? सो ये वैल्यू कितना हो जाएगा? यू नीड टू कैलकुलेट इट एंड नीड टू फाइंड इट आउट. ए डेल टी डी टी -1 to 8. तो अभी यहाँ पे ये इंटीग्रेशन पॉसिबल है बिकॉज डेल टी लाइज हियर. Del t, look here, del t lies here, and I'm taking integration from -1 to 8. So this integration possible, and this value will going to give, sir, 1, sir. So answer will be -2 by 4, which is nothing but -1 by 2. Cool. It's a very simple question, and you're going to ask this kind of chota question. Now if he asking you del of -6x, that means we know the property del of -t is nothing but del of t. So del of -6 is nothing but del of 6x. Correct. So which will be nothing but 1 by 6 into del of x. So okay, answer will be this much. Simple. So del of minus something is del of t, because on a delta function the reversal property doesn't work. We know this thing, okay, we have discussed this thing. And also I'm going to discuss the entire property of delta function, impulse function. I'll get into the entire, like we're going to have a 2 to 3 lecture videos on impulse function, okay, don't worry about that. बस आपको बस ये स्केलिंग वाला प्रॉपर्टी याद है. तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने दो प्रॉपर्टी यूज़ किया, एक है स्केलिंग वाला प्रॉपर्टी यूज़ किया और रिवर्सल वाला प्रॉपर्टी यूज़ किया. व्हाट इज़ द स्केलिंग प्रॉपर्टी? डेल ऑफ ए टी इज इक्वल्स टू 1/a इंटू डेल ऑफ टी. व्हाट इज़ द रिवर्सल प्रॉपर्टी? डेल ऑफ माइनस टी इज नथिंग बट डेल ऑफ t. So we used these two property here for this question, okay. Now moving on to this kind of question. If anyone asks you this kind of question, my dear friend, ये जो ये इसका वैल्यू -1 है, ठीक है. मैं वो थोड़ा ट्रैफिक कम करने, कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कम करने के लिए इसको ऐसा किया. इसका वैल्यू -1 है, ओके. इसका वैल्यू 1 है. दिस इज़ 2, दिस इज़ 3, दिस इज़ -1, दिस इज़ 3, ओके. ऐसा है. सो आई एम जस्ट अवॉइडिंग दिस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, ओके. So it is given this is a graph, and I need to find the equation. What is the equation of this graph? I need to find the equation of this graph. What is the equation of this graph? I need to write the equation of this graph by using g of t. So you need to break this g of t in this three format: gt, gt and gt. I think you can make it like yeah. So gt, if you make it in this kind of format, g1t, g2t and g3t, you can write down like this. So where your g1t is nothing but your gt. g1t is nothing but your gt ना, -1 से 1 है gt. and g2t is nothing but g of 1/2t है ना, और g3t is nothing but g of 1/3t. So your this graph will be nothing but g of t plus g of 1/2t plus g of 1/3t. So this will be the answer for this kind of question. Now I'm going to discuss with you a very important question. This is a very important question, and you need to solve this. You need to write down the equation of this kind of graph now by using this graph, okay. ये x of t को use करके you need to write down the equation of this graph.